sharing my experience, not so successful as all other speakers here. So this story is about repeated failures and still coming back again and again. And that's more important than hearing the success stories. So I'll start with a video which was I had given an live, sort of an address to my team of around 200 people when I just taken over a new business. So there were a lot of doubts at that time, and it was important for me to tell them everything. So we start with that. The original video is 43 minutes, but we cut it short to 11 minutes. May not give all the answers, but I'll take another 5 minutes and explain what it is all about and where we are going forward. It is very relevant to this conference today. Please, can someone play the video?
I started off as a born in Dehradun, small town guy. Lot of family values and morals built in by my mother, my father. Now, so small town guy. 89, I came to Delhi. Got into. Uh, Someone told me, why don't you do financial investment consultancy? I started doing. At that time, sub broking used to be there. It used to enchant me a lot, buying and selling, doing big trades, and all that. And I've been a born gambler. Actually, gambler, not Juari, you would say gambler means taking risk. I have ability to take risk. If I have 1 rupee, I can buy 100 rupee purchase. Someone has 500 rupees, he will not buy 10 rupees. 13th February 1997, I joined a company called Alliance Capital, Alliance Securities, Alliance Capital. Where I was with Ashwajit Sen. I joined at a salary of 4,340 rupees. I still remember that. Very proud of that. And but next day they increased my double my salary next day. So, he's a very capable person. He joined, but let's increase his salary. Later on, I won't tell you the whole thing, but I kept on growing. Ashujit and me together built a new company altogether. We started a new company called Infrastructure Professionals Enterprise with ties with London School of Economics Enterprise. So we built a very good organization over 12 years which is now called IP Global. In fact, IP Global I'm very proud of. And I was a shareholder in that and a director for at least 7 8 years, and even beyond that when I left. It's one of the best consulting firms, I would say, in India in the development sector. So I had an itch at that time. My problem was I was leading a very large project in Patna, Bihar, a 50 million pound project. We had a 50-member team, if I remember, and I was the team leader of the DFID UK funded project and stationed in Patna. So 2010, when I left, I joined A to Z Group. It was a listed company. 20% was owned by Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, and I joined him as a group CEO. At that time, we had about 50,000 employees, 2,000 crore top line, 100 crore PAT, and I helped them with the IPO in the first 6 months, with listing on NSE, BSE at 400 rupees. I remember the share got listed. They were into a lot of businesses, facility management, infra, uh, power sector, waste to energy, waste management. That's where I got into it. I was basically one of the pioneers in waste management in IP. And one of the reasons was also I had an itch to stop consulting, and I wanted to get into implementation of waste projects. In fact, I was instrumental in getting tenders, awarded in 30 cities in India. My first waste management project was with JICA, uh, which is Japanese agency. It was, I think, in 2000, 2001, where I got a first taste of working with the Japanese, how they work. very system oriented, very system oriented. 2010, after getting them IPO done and everything, I found that after having spent in a World Bank, DFID, ADB kind of environment, I found working in a Lala company in A to Z, although they gave me 5x of what I was getting in IP, but I wasn't happy. So I went around, traveled extensively, China, Europe, US, UK, and found a company called DataServe. That was in 2011, and we did. It was based headquartered out of UK and prominently in Germany and spread globally. It was 20, 30 countries they had their offices and two partners in almost entire world. So we did a JV with them for India. I held to A to Z 80%, 20% was with DataServe, and I created a world-class organization leading the e-waste market built up in India. There was no e-waste market in India at that time. So we were not only doing e-waste, I was not leading the market sector, but I was building the sector. So that company, eventually I had to do a management buyout with the help of friends and family. And at that time, ICICI top brass told we can't let you take over we can't let you continue with ICICI as a lender. So you'll have to get it taken over from some other bank or NBFC. I had a deadline of 1 month. I had already committed equity and I had to take over the debt. Now, when I took over the loan, I was in full control. I created a world class company and 2013 went good for us. But I ran out of cash at that time. And that time, one of my shareholders were not supporting me. That's when I realized one has to be in full control. And you have to be very careful as to who you take your partner. Started a new business with just 1 lakh rupees in 2014 October. And I built that business into a global business again in less than 4 years, 2018. 2018, and I had to shut the business in Singapore and I came back to India. I got into healthcare again with an assignment with IP Global. Started again. 19, my brother who used to handle the IT business passed away. Very unfortunate. Uh, that's one of my failures actually. And 20, pandemic started. 2021 was bad. In midst of pandemic, I came to Chandigarh. I met Gurtej for the first time and set up to one of the good young fellow, Siddharth Kohli. And I tried to give a term sheet. I did sign a term sheet with him to acquire IV. I could not raise money. So I created Jagat in 2015 after my first failure. And I created a company which was named after my grandparents. Ved is my grandmother's name, which means knowledge. Jagat means Jagdish. Jagdish is my grandfather. I value him like anything. So, so Ved Jagat was formed. Basically, I wanted the ancestors' blessings, and I wanted to do something for the future generation, for knowledge, peace, and prosperity of the world. So there are four things which we want to do broadly. I won't get into details now. One is care. Second is your the care story is basically which includes everything: wellness, healthcare, pharma, nutrition, you name it. Everything comes under care now. Care word. It could be pet care also. It could be mental care. It could be astrology, medical astrology. It could be psychology. It could be dharma. It could be everything. The other part is your infra and social. So care के साथ एक चीज और आती है lifestyle. So we started with the four sectors, which is the like I said, care, lifestyle. Care will include everything: hospitality, healthcare, wellness, everything. And the other thing is your this lifestyle will include a lot of things, which include your shopping, retail, things which you are doing like even fashion, art, and there is a connection to both of them. They all connected to wellness. The other part is infra and social. So these are the four pillars of my dream. Now all four are going to be done in two ways, commercial and social. So we do a charity part and we do a commercial part. So now with Veg Jagat story, which I told you the four pillars and the basic concept of giving back to the society, I now come to the story of care, healthcare, wellness, everything. So what we are going to create is a 360-degree health company where all these components are being put together. We are starting from diagnostics. I will drive at the top with my own team and make sure we have a sustainable growing organization. And I want to do this with a lot of positivity. A lot of positivity. I want to, bring in. I'm giving all the benefits to the employees. Want to make them happy. They have to be clear stakeholders in the business, not just ESOPs. They will get, decision making power. We will, of course, have checks and measures, internal audits, mitigation strategy in case things are not, as per we bring a lot of IT play, a lot of innovation. So, so this is where I want to give the employees all the benefits, opportunity also. If we grow global, I'm happy to offer someone to migrate, and this is just a matter of 6 months, 9 months from now. Uh, So अभी मैं दोबारा पर्सनल पे नहीं जाऊंगा. You will not understand. I can prove it now where I am going, and you cannot argue on that. But I will not use all that knowledge. There are a lot of people here who know every single moment of my life in the last few years and how the miracle is happening. मैं आपको नहीं अभी बताऊंगा. We'll wait. So I think more or less I think that's what I wanted to say. We'll have the cash flows ready, business plan ready in next 2 days. We will have the entire story well written, and we have professionals working on it. Some of the best professionals working on it, and everything is happening as a plan. Only problem is the plan is here. It needs to go on the paper. I'm helping my team do that. So give us time, and I thank a lot of people who have just stood by me.
Okay, thank you everyone for the patience. Uh, so this original video had a lot more, but it's 43 minutes long. It talks a lot about how I failed. I was on the street 3 times in my life after reaching astronomical heights on my own. Uh, so you all will be shared that video. If you have time, you can look at that. You'll understand the context better. Okay, so what is the connection? The connection between spirituality, positivity, astrology, sciences is very, very direct. So the moment this world understand, like they have understood mental health as one of the sciences, sometime back they started recognizing clinical nutrition as a science. Much before that, psychology was recognized. Now is the time when astrology should be given the right place in this science world. Astrology is a science of probability. So is medical science. It's not very 100. It can't be 100% accurate. So, but astrology can only guide you. It's important to take cues from the environment, understand which are going to be your positive periods and which will be your periods where you need to go slow. Now, positive periods actually are something which you need to understand is again science, where certain planets impact your body in a certain way. Sometimes your mind, sometimes your uh, gastro system, cardio, and so on. It impacts your thinking process. Now, if your mind is strong and you are in a positive frame of mind, you will be able to balance out your life in the negative period. And in the positive period, if you go full speed, you are in a overall positive in the in your lifespan. That's the message. Uh, it's all about positivity, removing the fear. The situations will remain same, but your ability to tackle them will change. This is the story of my life. May 2023, I was bankrupt again, totally, but I fought back. I let go what was not mine, and then the magic happened. हर कोई मुझसे कहता है अब धीमे चलो, धीमे चलो. I've been going at a crazy pace in the last 4 months. मैं उनको कहता हूँ मुझे धीमी गति से डर लगता है. I'm on a Formula One racetrack because I have to make up for the lost time. So about me, I think I've spoken enough. Let's move to the next slide.
Please play the next slide.
So yeah. I'm a fourth generation entrepreneur, and the risk taking ability comes from that. The forefathers were from Multan, the United Bharat. Next slide. Rafah-e-Paz, that's my far cry. That's my war cry, I would say. Sorry. Rafah is prosperity in Turkish. Et at is and in French. Paz means sukoon. Paz is Spanish, world largest spoken language. And sukoon तो हम सब सुकून के लिए जी रहे हैं. तो Rafah-e-Paz, that's the underlying principle of my dream and the journey. It's a fusion of four languages to make it global. Next slide. So, what we all spoke about, what I spoke about, is about life care and lifestyle. When we say wellness, it's not just about taking care on the life care side, or the healthcare side, or the care side. It also includes your aspirations, your happiness, and give you in the right setting. The whole idea is to make you happy. दवा और दारू दोनों तब अच्छे होते हैं when you are happy. Otherwise, they नुकसान देते हैं. Next slide. So we are launching this in Goa in January 2024. It will be unparalleled, possibly amongst the top 5 in the world, 3 to 5 in the world. A fusion of Indian hospitality. We are the best in hospitality. Atiti Devo Bhava. The buildings are now becoming as impressive as anywhere in the world, and they can't match our human resources in hospitality. I mean, our hotel chains are the best. So, Indian hospitality, ancient science, modern medicine, and futuristic life sciences. That's the project we have. And we will be having the first one in Goa, and we calling it Dakara in luxury. Dakara means happiness in African. So what I've done, I'm creating something which the half the world can have recognized. Rafah-e-Paz, Sukuni-Paz, and Dakara. So these unite the world towards the mission that we have. Next. And of course, the buzzwords, anti-aging and longevity in the true sense. So we all start with diagnostics. सबसे पहले तो आपके बॉडी के ब्लड मार्कर्स चेक करने पड़ेंगे बिफोर वी कैन डू एनीथिंग. होलिस्टिक हेल्थ अप्रोच, ऑल द एस्पेक्ट्स हैव टू बी टेकन. खाना क्या है, खाता क्या है, आपकी बॉडी को क्या सूट करता है, ग्लूटेन करता है नहीं करता. आज से 20 साल तक तो हम वेजिटेबल ऑयल हमको बेचते रहे सब. अब हमारे को कहते हैं अब दोबारा घी खाना शुरू करो. स्टंट्स बॉडी में डाले जाते हैं, which I have now understood that they basically are the wrong practice. Positive, remove the fear, and take the right decision.
Sir, just
As
a quick
simple as that.
request. We are a little short
Happy
of
to
time,
put
so
all this into a book, and of course the process is on, and I think sent to the team, and I will be happy to address them.